Hello and welcome to Coffee with the Librarians, week of January 31st. This is a big one. This is all about the ugliness within and our inability or unwillingness is actually the better word to look at the ugliness within. What the librarians want to talk about is how there are so many things that we dislike, that we even hate about the world, about society, about humans, about each other, about relationships, careers. There's just so many things that we're dissatisfied with. There's so many things that we find unfair or not right or ugly or frustrating. And the message that they wanted to bring in today was that whenever we are seeing things on the outside, to remember that the only way to cure those things on the outside is by addressing what we see out there within us. And they're very clear that this is an uncomfortable thing for us to do because what we want to say is, I am a good person and I would never do this. And I am a good person and I would never do that. And while it may indeed be true that we are a good person and that we wouldn't do that one thing, what they ask us to do is to take it a level deeper. While we might not do that one thing, there is something else that we would do. Because the word is striated. That it's all that there's all these different strands of things, of good, of bad, of evil, of right, of wrong. And even though we wouldn't do this one thing, there's other things that we wouldn't do, that we would do. Even if we wouldn't lie in this way, we would lie in this way. Even if we wouldn't harm in this way, we would harm in this way. And what they want to remind us is all harm is harm. All evil is evil. It's not that it's this scale of worse than, better than, I would do this, but I would never do that. The second that you disconnect from your source, from your soul, and slide into anything evil, bad, wrong, you have made the slide. And it's the recognition in us of ourselves that I have made that slide that is the ugliness within us. So they want to be clear that it's not something that we should give up and say, okay, well, I refilled my drink twice at the machine and I didn't pay for it the second time. So therefore, that is just as bad as murdering somebody. No, that's not it. It's not that we should just give up because it's all bad. It's the awareness of that within ourselves and that we still went there. The fact that we will go there on a small thing is still going there. And until we address that within ourselves, it can't be addressed in the world at large because we have to address that within ourselves first. Otherwise, nothing is going to change. And it's not from a place of hopelessness that nothing will ever change, but it's just that recognition within ourselves that they're asking us all to do. And no, it's not that we have to live a squeaky clean, perfect life. It's just the recognition of the ugliness within ourselves. So if somebody asks you, how does my hair look today? And you think it looks awful, but you don't want to hurt their feelings. So you say, fine, or great, or whatever it is. It's the recognition that I am telling an untruth. And it's staying out of the need to justify it. Oh, well, I'm doing it because I want to make them feel better. The justification doesn't matter. The justification makes it worse. Whether it's a kind justification or an evil justification, it's recognizing within yourself what you're doing. I am telling an untruth. The end. Don't justify. Because as soon as you step into the justification, then you're not fully recognizing that within yourself. So if you lie, cheat, steal, harm, whatever it is, it's just recognizing it within yourself. And they say that the more that we recognize it within ourselves, the more that we're brave and just own up to that and admit it, the less likely we are to continue to do things that are harmful. But we can't keep looking at choices and actions of other people and judging that. We have to understand it by looking at ourselves and not judging it. That's one of the little tricks too. It's not judging it, it's recognizing it and it's owning it without justifying it. And if we want to change the world to combat evil, that's what it takes, is looking at that within ourselves. So have a good week. Catch you next week.